It's time to start our Lisianthus seeds. You will need a soil blocker, soil, and vermiculite, and these nice hard plastic trays. Last year I used styrofoam, and this year I switched over to these trays because they're more solid. It will be easier to pour water in them, and because I can wash them easier and reuse them. Now I'm going to take out my Lisianthus seeds. These are pelleted seeds. They are bright yellow. And I am going to just add one to each of these little 3/4 inch blocks. Each of these soil blocks are 20 plants. So right here, I only had enough to fill 3 of the blocks. And later on, I'll take one of the soil blocks away from the tray. But I had enough to do 20, 40, 60 plants on this one little tray. So that's another reason I really like the soil blocking instead of starting in the 72 cell tray, because you can see this just saves so much space. Once I have each of the little squares filled with a seed, I'm going to just sprinkle a light dusting of vermiculite on top. This will help hold in the moisture. Lisianthus takes a very long time to grow, and so they dry out really fast in these little blocks, and this will just kind of help hold the moisture in just a little bit. I brought these down to my basement, and I'm just going to spray the tops with water, and that way it will just lock in some of that moisture from the vermiculite. I do not want to use a faucet or any kind of water that has pressure because it will cause the seeds to displace from the soil blocks. Next, I'm going to use a humidity dome to cover it up, and I've placed everything on top of a heat mat. I have the heat mat set to 70 degrees. This is the temperature it recommends for germination. And so I'm just going to leave it here, check it every day to make sure that it does not dry out, and wait for it to germinate. Lisianthus are so beautiful, but they are known as being a fussy flower to grow. I think it's because it can take up to 6 months for it to start producing. So it's just takes a lot of patience for these. I've never grown these before, but they do have a very long vase life, and so I wanted to give them a try this year. If you're ordering CSAs from me, hopefully these will be in your bouquet.